When Da Vinci was about to leave his studio, he received an invitation from a rich guy who wanted him to paint a smile for his daughter's wedding. Da Vinci thought, is this my... He didn't hesitate to accept, but upon seeing the bride's long face, Da Vinci felt like a lost lamb, unsure where to begin. So he drew the girl as she truly was, but when the rich guy saw it, he blew a gasket, thinking, I didn't ask for a moody masterpiece. The rich guy not only ripped up Da Vinci's painting, but also kicked him out. Now Da Vinci was back to sleeping on the streets. Talk about a headache and confusion 1-2 punch. He decided to seek out the Duke who had once praised him, but was promptly turned away. Clearly, the Duke wasn't in on this unexpected surprise. In a bid for the Duke's funding, Da Vinci declared himself a designer and pulled out a stack of engineering blueprints. Behold, your safety manual. But the Duke was completely uninterested, leaving Da Vinci to turn away disappointed, thinking, this script is tearing apart faster than I can keep up. However, despite the long journey he had undertaken, he resolutely decided to give it another try. After all, this breathtaking scene had become a focal point of global attention, practically trending worldwide and filling everyone with pride. Da Vinci insisted he wouldn't be using traditional stone but instead bronze jug columns. How cool is that? He thought this was going to be a challenge. Even though this was way tougher than sculpting, he pushed through to finish only to realize one big issue: the Duke wanted a hero, and he ended up with a coward. Suddenly, Da Vinci remembered the scene he had seen before, so he decided to scrap the old design and start anew with a wild stallion model. Let's do this. After a continuous 7 days and nights of relentless effort, Da Vinci suddenly heard a voice of doubt in his ear. Are you serious? He felt a pang of guilt and hastily, nervously explained, Oh, this is merely a preliminary constructed model. The real artwork would actually be 8 times bigger. The Duke was shocked when he heard that. Da Vinci seized the moment to boast, if this statue goes well, it will totally be the largest building in the city. To keep his dinner plate full, Da Vinci was exaggerating so much that even cows would be impressed, trying to build a giant statue for the Duke. Mind-blowing for the 15th. Months later, Da Vinci finally produced the statue mold, a reason to celebrate, but he just looked glum. Because he discovered a fatal error in the sculpture, Da Vinci was again busy, feeling like he was auditioning for Sculpture Repair Showdown. His bronze material got used for weapon casting, meaning all his previous efforts were in vain, as if he was just joking around. Unable to tolerate anymore, Da Vinci went to the Duke for an explanation, only to be tasked with painting a mural on the convent wall, the theme being the Last Supper. Da Vinci couldn't contain his anger and upon returning, actually set fire to all his design drawings. He quickly spit out his reasons for wanting to give up everything. It's all a judgment, even the Duke of Milan doesn't appreciate me. He instantly turned into a mysterious ballad singer. Da Vinci gathered courage and thought, even God can be betrayed, let alone us ordinary folks. As for the mural content, he thought about Jesus and the 12 disciples' last gathering. This is the ultimate theme I want to convey. Perhaps as long as he stays true to his path, he will eventually see the light. Da Vinci would often sit in the streets, gathering different character features. He ditched the traditional mural technique, thinking it took too long and could crack easily. The apprentices started to express doubts, but Da Vinci had his own method, mixing inks with special pigments. This way, it dries faster and allows for repeated painting, avoiding the errors of traditional painting. Pointing like a magician, he said, this is the vanishing point where the visuals will stretch out. When people walked in and looked up, the room felt like it merged into the mural, creating an illusion, much like today's popular 3D effects. Da Vinci sketched Jesus and the disciples on paper, then traced the outlines with nails before coloring. Even though he was very meticulous about every detail, unexpectedly, when the work was about to be finished, he realized, oh no, I made a big blunder. The mural characters had the ceiling painted too low, and if they stood up, they'd bump heads, a design nightmare for sure. But the apprentice beside him remarked with a hint of disdain, it's merely a painting. How could the characters inside possibly stand up? Da Vinci was infuriated and painted the wall white again for a complete redo. To ensure no more mistakes, he even lived and ate at the convent to talk about dedication. The subtle smiles and expressions of the 12 disciples made it clear who the betrayer was, leaving the priest at a loss for words when he saw Da Vinci's mural. But just then, the French invaded Milan, not only destroying Da Vinci's statue molds but also planning to haul the mural back to France. Da Vinci decided to abandon everything and return to his birthplace and artistic roots, Florence. Talk about a homecoming. His lifelong pursuit of perfection and truth took a wrong turn, truly a comedy within tragedy. Looking at the mural on the wall, he felt no sense of glory, only hollow and distant memories. Da Vinci turned down an $800 million commission, as he refused to paint any more portraits for the rich. Why so drastic? Because years ago, he endured humiliation from a wealthy merchant who wrecked that truthful portrait. But the lady before him changed his mind. Staring into her clear eyes, Da Vinci suddenly felt lost for words. She displayed absolutely no sign of sorrow, which left Da Vinci utterly puzzled. He couldn't help but murmur to himself, "Suffering draws you nearer to God. I merely seek the truth." Therefore, he sought out the truth by exploring beauty. If you are seeking the real thing, it might indicate that you are looking in the wrong place. The only truth is love. Da Vinci accepted the mayor's commission and embarked on this significant endeavor. He sculpted a 5-meter-tall David for Florence, and onlookers were amazed. It was a wonder to behold. When the mayor came to Da Vinci, he didn't hold back, directly stating that Michelangelo's work wasn't art at all. The mayor thought Da Vinci was jealous, but he replied, "True art requires exploration." He boldly declared he wouldn't take any more commissions, but the very next day, as he strolled through the streets,